Hey everyone, it's Charles Caldwell, and this is the third video for MDF3, and this one is all about widgets. What we're going to do is take a quick whirlwind tour of the main app and then concentrate as much as possible on the widget itself, since that's where the majority of our learning was this week. So without further ado, let's jump right on the computer and see what we have. Alright, here we are on the computer with Visor on the right and our checklist on the left. Now, the main app this week was basically week 3 from Java 2, right? So we already have seen a lot of that functionality. So let's just do a quick whirlwind tour through that app, kind of doing a crossfade between each feature so that we can hit them pretty quick, going off the rubric here. You ready? All right, let's begin. Application UI uses fragments whenever possible. As we can see, we are using fragments here for all our layouts. Application displays a list of data upon app launch. Let's launch the app, and then we'll see the list of data. This is data that I used during my test phase. When you open the app for the first time, you will see a blank list. You just start adding items. You can click on the Add button to be taken to a form to save data to the list. Let's save something here. And we choose our priority. And our third data item on this is actually a date of when this is entered. We will see that in a bit. And there it is, start week 4 lessons. You can click on a list item to view the details of the list item in this separate details view. Here we are. We can see our task item, the date it was entered, and the priority. The application data is user entered that we saw and saved out to a file using the collection of serializable objects. So here's the writing to cache, here's the file we're writing to, and here is our serializable object right there. And what we're actually doing is saving out an array list of those items, which comes from this item here. And data persists between app launches. Let's go ahead and kill this app and relaunch it. And there's the information that we entered previously. Now that we saw how that works, let's go ahead and go get our widget and add it to our home screen here. Now I'm going to do this on the device instead of using the mouse, just because it's a little quicker. Go in the application door, go over to widgets, and cycle through to the end because we are using T. There it is, and we'll add it. And we'll see there are our checklist items. All the way down to the start week 4 lesson. So we'll check that off the list. Now we need to have the ability to click on any of these and view the data on the detail view inside our app. So we'll just pick one of these, and there it is, take out the trash. Click on another one of these, the one we entered in our demo, and there it is. Data is always kept up to date with changes made to the application, so let's jump in and actually use this nice Add Task button to add a task. So if we click on that, we'll go right to our task screen and add a new one. And let's save. And of course, it jumps right back to whatever the last screen was that we were in this app in. But if we jump back to this screen, we'll see there it is right at the bottom. And just to jump in to verify, that is the one we added. So let's actually go ahead and this last one, let's go ahead and add it. Or let's go ahead and remove it and then re-add it again. And we can see there it is, including the add for widget that we just added. Let's just take a quick look at our app widget provider. You'll notice that we're using the get activity, so we're bypassing the use of broadcast completely, which is also evident by the fact that we have a blank on receive. So one of the challenges, two of the major challenges I met this particular week was looking up the documentation to get the get activity working. I mean, it wasn't too difficult, but that was a little bit of a challenge. But the major challenge was, believe it or not, actually just keeping track of all my different resource IDs. I think what I need to do is actually go back and develop some kind of naming convention for my resource IDs. But I think that also stems from the challenge of just not fully understanding all the code that I'm punching in. I can look up the documentation, I can research what code goes where, but honestly, this week I probably understood only about between 50 and 75% of what I was actually entering in. So one of the things I'm going to change with this next week is to try to develop some kind of naming convention for my resource IDs so I can keep much better track of them. So I think that's all I have for you this week, and I look forward to next week. So until then, thank you for watching.